You know what I'm going to do with this? Nope. You see this?
It's been a while, YouTube. I know I haven't done a movie review in a long time, but I definitely wanted to do this as I just watched it. I watched 3 films today in a row, and they've all made it on my top 10 worst. Nutcracker in 4 Realms, The Grinch, and the last one really surprised me. I thought it could have possibly been on the best, but I was let down. And this is the movie I'm talking about, Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. This movie, I've just discovered, isn't getting reviewed as well as I thought it would. Which is a good thing, but I still think it's overrated. This film is one of the dumbest films ever to exist in a while. Like, oh my god. This wizarding world that Harry Potter has brought to life is amazing, and shall I just say the positives about this movie? The production level, you know, the special effects, the practical effects, the costume designs, you know, that's all great. Normally I would mention actors. No! What else can I say positive about this movie? It's part of the Harry Potter franchise. Johnny Depp is cool. He's the best thing about it. I wish it was just like 10 minutes of just him talking and movies over. It would have been a better and more smarter movie. Yes. And Jude Law's good. I'm gonna get into the disadvantages now, and if you hate on me for whatever I said, because you're wrong. Harry Potter law says this, that, this, that. This film. The people behind the camera know that a lot of the people who watch these films haven't read any of the books, haven't analysed any of the lore. What they've done with the Harry Potter films is they've given you the important information, but if you want to know more, you can go buy the books, go on a website, analyse, delve into the most tiniest things mentioned. That's your choice, and they know that for a fact. That's what I love about Harry Potter. They tell you enough about this world that you need to know, but they don't give you too much that it becomes overcomplicated and overcrowded. That's what I've loved about the Harry Potter franchise, and if you want to know more, you can find out yourself. That's your choice. So don't say to me, well, Harry Potter lore says this. Well, make sure the film says this before, or it doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's go with the disadvantages. The edit. Holy shit, there's so many scenes which I'm pretty sure are just cut out. The scenes, for example, a person, I'm just going to say a person, just to avoid spoilers. Like, he's just casually walking on his own, he's gone in this building on his own, and you'll know what I mean if you've seen or going to watch the movie and you reflect on this after. He gets captured by someone. Someone puts a wand at him, like, oh, he's a captive to someone. 5 minutes later, you cut to the rest of the characters coming into the same room as he is, but you don't see him. So you're like, oh, who's this person that's taking him somewhere? And they're having their little plot twist discussion, which first of all doesn't make any fucking sense with some shit acting. And then out of nowhere, the person who just got captured is standing right next to them the entire time, opens the door and says, guys, let's go down here. I'm not kidding. You just see a wand point at him, and next time you see him, he's free. I have no idea who this fucker is that captured him. I have no idea what happened to him. They just cut out an entire scene. Unless they never filmed the scene because the fucking stupid writers didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They must have wrote a scene in. You cannot be that stupid to say, this guy got captured. Next scene, this guy's not captured. What? There's a lot of scenes where they're underground and they're like, oh, that's the monster, and all of them are there. And then it cuts. Everyone's just above ground. And sometimes that works on a level of a transition. But no, it generally feels like there's an entire scene missing. It generally feels like the editor said, we don't need that scene in. And he didn't fully fucking check that that scene's quite important. Yeah. What shall I say next? Ah, the act. Oh, the acting. Oh, you've got some of the most professional actors in here and they disappoint you. You've got an Oscar winner here who was okay in his role, but he's pointless. Yeah, there's line delivery that's terrible, saying, don't worry. This is generally how it's done from a professional actor, okay? I'm good at replicating shit acting, obviously. Don't worry. You can do this. Oh my god, it's just the acting, the line delivery. The dialogue's fine at points, except for when they jam. They literally have a sentence which, if you translate it to film language, it basically means, I'll do this in the sequel. Hey, you gotta wait another 2 years. One thing that amazes me about this film as well, I'm going off topic here, but I've just got to mention it with what I just said. They are making 5 of these films, right? And the story they're portraying is almost over after the second film. To be honest, the second film could have been at least condemned into 20 minutes at least. So my idea of it is what they're doing, because they want to make 5 films to make 5 times of whatever money they want, because that's what Warner Brothers wants, obviously, because they're a business. So now they're going to have subplots be entire plots. And this movie proves that doesn't work. Everyone knows it doesn't work, but this movie basically says, yeah, that doesn't fucking work. It's absolutely pointless, this movie is, unless if you condemn it to 20 minutes and put it on another movie. It's absolutely stupid. Those... anyway, let's move on to the next topic we've got on about actors. The character. Shall I just quote-unquote characters? Because a character at least has development, right? The only characters in this movie that have development are the ones in the first movie. Because they didn't obviously need to put development in this movie. And then they've introduced like 7 more fucking new characters. And the most character development they get, is, yeah, kill the baby once. I can't believe this movie is as bad as I did. It is. Oh my god. It's like, it's boring as well. The characters are just boring. You know, they try and make every character key by fitting them in 5 minutes and that's it. Dumbledore is there for 10 minutes just to set up the sequel. Snake Lady's just there because she's Snake Lady and they say, well, we want to reference it to Harry Potter because we'll make more money. Then you've got Grindelwald, which is the only cool new character. He doesn't really get much development, but you do understand his side. That's one thing I like. But the issue is with the film, for example, let's do a great film where you understand the villain, but you're still on the side of the heroes. Avengers Infinity War. Great movie, by the way. Basically, you agree with the heroes, and you care about the heroes, and you agree to them in standard, but the villain has his point of view, and you're like, you almost like feel for him, you almost feel sympathetic towards Thanos. As crazy as he is, he has a point. And that's one thing that's amazing, but you're still not on his side, and if you're on his side, then you're clearly a psychopath, and you clearly need to go get help. Yes, you agree with him on points, but you're still on the side of the heroes, because it's unfair what he's doing with humanity and life. That's one beautiful thing about that movie. You know, you don't know what side you're on, but you know it's the right thing to be by the heroes, but you also agree with the villain. That's amazing. Well written. This movie, the villain, he's got a point. Okay, he's a bit of a lunatic, but he's got the point. But the characters, the main characters you're meant to follow, the protagonists, right, are so stupid, dumb, pointless, annoying, bad acted, that even if the villain said, I do the most horrible shit, I rape babies, you'd still be on the villain's fucking side. Because you just want the villain to kill them all. You want Grindelwald just to be like, spending arms, you're all dead now. Oh my god. I got another one. Subplots. Oh, subplots. That's gonna be its own section. Yay! Subplots. You don't understand how many subplots are in this movie that it gets to the point where the movie's so crowded and so messy, and none of the subplots really get resolved. They just say, we'll resolve them, right? In the sequel. Every single subplot ends like that, which makes the movie have no ending. The movie doesn't have an ending. It has a beginning, but it doesn't have an ending. And that truly means the film cannot stand on its own. The greatest sequels can stand on their own. That's a fact. Empire Strikes Back. One of the greatest sequels of all time. Why? You cannot watch any of the Star Wars film, right? You could just watch that and you know exactly what's going on. And you still care for the characters, there's still development, everything works, it has a meaningful ending. Yeah, just slightly set up a sequel, but it is in the middle, so you kind of expect a slide at least, okay? Not what this fucking film has, a big fucking hammer fistful. You know, not shit like that. That's the great thing about Empire Strikes Back. It's one of the greatest sequels of all time because it does it so well. It stands alone, yet sets up a universe. It does two things at once, and it's amazing. This movie, if you have never seen the first Fantastic Beasts and you just watch this, you'd know nothing about any character. You would know nothing about the plot. The only thing you'd understand is that Dumbledore fucked Johnny Depp up the arse in the past, and now they've got a blood pact. That's really it that you learn from this. You don't really learn... Yes, you learn these big plot twists which are so complicated and doesn't make sense because they say it like this, really fast, really fast. Do you know how I speak fast? They speak quicker. There's this big plot twist moment, right, where they're all saying, well, he's that person, and someone's like, no, he's actually that person, and then at the end, they actually change it and they go, he's that person. can't watch the sequel. Oh, it's just, oh, this. I want to do a spoiler one, but the film's literally just came out, and I can't. You'll know what I mean. Oh man, it actually like hurts me. I love the Harry Potter films, and I really enjoyed Fantastic Beasts. One thing I said to my friend Tom while watching the movie, when I first watched Fantastic Beasts in the cinema, it was unique, it was different. It felt like it was part of the Wizarding world, but it was something else. It felt different. And at first I was like, it's not like Harry Potter, but that's a good thing, because second time watching it, I got used to it. I got used to this new world, and I was invested in these characters and what it was going to lead. This film doesn't feel unique or special. No matter how many twists is jam-fisted into the end, it doesn't change a thing. This film is nothing. It feels like a complete waste of time. It's just one giant setup, and they've clearly poorly written it, and they've clearly rushed to get together because they're setting up something big, which I hope they execute well. I feel like the story they're making should fit into at most 3 films, but because they're making 5, they're just scrapping through the middle part. So 2, 3 and 4 in my opinion will probably suck. 2 already sucks. I think 3 and 4 will be maybe slightly better, but still shit. And then 5 will be back to the continuing the story we're meant to. It disappoints me. I was so excited for this film. As much as I wasn't a big fan of the advertisements, it was still Harry Potter, and it's like a childhood thing that I've grown up with. And I've noticed, when they've got nothing to really follow, it's just gone downhill. Nothing makes sense. There's a lot of like plot holes with the characters. It's just a movie that can't explain itself unless if it's going to say, you'll find out in the sequel. It has the audacity to set everything up and just say you'll find out. If you're setting up so many things, at least resolve some of them. Then at least I can say, well, this movie did have an end to at least one plot. But no, this movie doesn't have an end. It should have said right at the end, by the way, Crimes of Grindelwald isn't over yet. You know, it feels like a Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. It really does. My friend Aaron stated that, and he's absolutely correct. It feels like a Mockingjay Part 1. An entire fella setting up something, and they just needed to squeeze it out there just to make a bit of money. Complete waste of time, and I'm really disappointed. I am going to give Fantastic Beasts a 4 out of 10. It might go lower the more I think about it. The more I think about it, the more I'm disliking it. But yeah, that's my review on Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you actually liked it. Yeah. One thing this film had with common with the Nutcracker is it didn't really explore the world as much as I wanted it to. Like, one great thing about the first Fantastic Beasts was New York felt different, but Paris just feels the same. I forgot they were even in Paris at one point until I saw the Eiffel Tower behind them. I was like, oh yeah, still in Paris. But yeah, let's meet on 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Possibly 3.5, but I'm going with 4 at the moment. Thank you for watching. If you like the film, you like the film. This is just based on my opinion, so please accept that. And I'm glad that you found enjoyment out of it, especially with like only 2 action sequences really in it, in a 2 hour and 30 minute movie. Well, that's what it felt like. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, just leave a like. And if you like my videos as well, like the rest of them, if you like this kind of stuff, just subscribe. This is Drink My Milk, and I'm back at YouTube.